Dad's Dessert Dilemma is the second segment in the 7th episode of the 3rd season of Arthur, and this episode will definitely make you want cake. Arthur, despite some reservations, it lets his father bake something to take into class because they're having a party, which everybody's surprised about because Mr. Ratburn actually agrees to this idea, but they're having a party at school and Arthur brings in this cake and it's actually a huge success. And he starts to feel like children are giving him positive attention. So he asks his father to bake something else, and he does. And it gets to the point where Arthur is constantly asking his father to make things for him. And he's doing this for the wrong reasons, not because he loves his father's cooking, which he might, but because he wants the children at school to like him. And he becomes obsessed with this, and it gets out of control to the point where Arthur's father may be losing business. I won't say any more about the specifics of the narrative. I feel like the specifics would do it a little bit more, but I enjoyed it. It's not my favourite, but it does have an important lesson, and that's not taking advantage and actually realising that while your parents, a lot of people's parents will do anything for their children, and Arthur doesn't usually care for his father's cooking because he's very inventive and creative and comes up with very interesting concoctions. Because he's finally taking an interest in his father's creations, his father is willing and keen to actually do whatever Arthur wants, in theory. And the lesson there is that you shouldn't take advantage. But also a lesson for parents that actually, if you need to put your foot down and say enough is enough, then you should do it. So there are lessons there for a lot of people. Mr. Ratburn's excitement every time there was cake, I thought, was a nice little look at his character from a different perspective, and I rather enjoyed that. So I had a lot of fun with it. I think it's a very good episode. Not my favourite, but certainly it made me want cake. I enjoyed it. It's one I'll probably watch again. Didn't remember it from my childhood, but watching it for the first time as an adult, yeah, I thought Dad's Dessert Dilemma was a pretty decent episode.